welcome to Youth Sunday School. We're continuing our series on the fruits of the Spirit. Today, I went out of order again, because I guess I just can't help it. I like chaos. And I wanted to talk about patience, because this is a good week for patience. Let's go ahead and reread our scripture about what the fruits of the Spirit are. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. There is no law against things like this. So we've done joy, and today we're doing patience. So we're on our second one. What is patience? How do you define patience? I think it has a lot to do with waiting. And the dictionary definition says, bearing pains or trials calmly or without complaint, manifesting forbearance under provocation or strain. Sometimes you need the dictionary to read the dictionary. Goodness. Not hasty or impetuous. Steadfast despite opposition, difficulty, or adversity. Able or willing to bear. Well, that's clear as mud. I think the general gist, my favorite actually is definition 4. Steadfast despite opposition, difficulty, or adversity. Because I think the times when I've been most patient in my life is when things were difficult or stressful. I think that's when we are asked to be patient the most. Have you ever heard the saying, it kind of goes like, if you pray to God for patience, God is just going to give you scenarios where you need to be patient. So don't pray for patience. I think that's a funny one. Anyway, I thought patience was a good topic for this week because a lot of people in our country are feeling impatient right now. We are waiting for election results for the presidential election. We want it to be called. We want to have our answer. Who's going to be president the next 4 years? And times of transition, I think you always have to be patient during. So aside from the election, think about times in your life when you've had to be patient. A few that I can think of off the top of my head. One, Christmas Eve. And going to sleep. And waking up. I always wanted to wake my parents up at like 4 or 5 a.m. so that we could go open presents, and they always said, no, go back to bed. Other examples I can think of when I've had to be patient, waiting for summer break to start, or winter break, or spring or fall, any school breaks really, that last week before the break feels so long, and I have to be so patient, just waiting for the week to be done. Other times I've had to be patient, waiting in line for stuff. That's a rough one. Going back to the election, I early voted this year, and I stood in line for an hour before I got to vote, and I felt impatient, but I was patient. Speaking of, the times when you've had to be patient, did you feel patient? Because I imagine for a lot of us, the answer to that is no. I'm not sure I've ever felt patient in my life. Usually, when I have to be patient, it's because I feel impatient. So really, patience is an action you do, not a feeling you have. I don't know that any of us ever feel patient when we have to be patient. But the important thing is how you respond when you feel impatient. Tips for how to be patient better. How to be okay in the waiting, in the uncertainty. How to be patient. Distract yourself. This one's my favorite. If I know I'm waiting for something and it might take days or weeks, I will just distract myself from thinking about it, so that I feel less impatient. I will play a game, read a book, pet my cat, anything like that. Remind yourself why the thing you were waiting for is important. Like when I stood in line to vote, I felt that voting was important, and so it was worth standing in line and waiting and being patient in order to cast my vote. Another thing that's important when you're being patient is to don't accuse or insult others just because you're feeling impatient. Looking at you, Karens. Like, you may be feeling irritable and impatient, but don't put that on other people. Don't make other people feel bad just because you don't feel good. When you're impatient, part of being patient is being patient with other people around you. So when you have to wait, it may not be anybody's fault. I mean, it might be, but a lot of the time it's not anybody's fault. It's just kind of the reality of things. And so to start lashing out and being mean is just going to lose you friends. And it's important to remember to be kind when you're being patient. Remember when you're feeling impatient to have grace for other people, because they're probably also feeling impatient as well. So just be kind. And remember that life is still happening while you wait, and make the most of it. I have definitely spent some times in my life thinking like, oh, if I can just get this thing over with, then I'll be able to live. I thought that like going through high school, I thought if I can just get out of high school and get out of town, then I'll be happy, or then I'll be able to live the life I want. But the thing is, I was living in high school, life was happening, and I had good memories and fun stuff that I did. And so even though you may be like waiting for the next chapter of your life and feeling impatient to get there, your life is still happening right now. So make sure you're enjoying all your life and that you don't spend your whole life just waiting for the next thing. And that's about all I have to say to you all on patience. Oh, hey, it's Kurt. I hope you all are taking care of yourselves. Hope you're wearing your masks and keeping others healthy and yourself healthy. I hope you're drinking lots of water, and I hope that you are able to be patient better. Have a good week.